In between games of the Regional Gridiron Challenge. Again, a big day today with football games all day long. Spring Jamboree football games. 16 teams representing 10 different counties from around the state playing 8 games here at Jacksonville State University with the Regional Gridiron Challenge. A lot of games still to go today. And remember, if you happen to step away from your TV and you can't see it on TV 24, or if you're on one of the satellite services, you can catch us online. Streaming online. Go to our website, tv24.tv, and you can find the stream there. Download the Livestream app, livestream.com app, to your mobile device, and you can take us with you anywhere you have internet connection. You can watch us on your mobile phone or on your iPad or your tablet all throughout the day today. You can even bring it with you to the stadium and watch it while you watch the game. And Gerhard, we'll be back for another game a little bit later on. We've got the Cleburne County B.B. Comer game at 1:45. Then we'll be back for Anniston and Glencoe. But the next game up is Woodland and TCC, and we'll turn that over to John Holder and Mickey Shadrix for the call of that game. They'll be back in just a moment.
People come from everywhere to get their deal from Bill Stanford. They come from Ashland, Brompton, Lineville. They come from Moody, Munford, Coldwater, Birmingham, Talladega, Lincoln, Riverside, Heflin. There's no better deal than a Talladega Bill deal.
We know Talladega's a little bit out of the way, but our drive-out prices crush the competition. Come get your Bill deal from Bill Stanford in Talladega today.
Come on out to Bill Stanford in Talladega.
I see public service as a high calling, and particularly in family court, where the most important issues in a family are determined. I've practiced law in domestic relations court since 1981, and that experience helps me make the best decisions for the parties who come before me. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate the opportunity to serve you. Please vote for me on June the 3rd.
Looking for a place to have dinner with your family or that special someone? Why not try Affina's, a unique Tuscan grill specializing in Italian fare. From Italian meats sliced daily and baked to perfection to healthy choices for little ones. We look forward to seeing you soon for your next lunch or dinner. Or contact us to help you plan your next party or event, because Affina's is all about casual yet sophisticated dining.
This is a nice place. How much do you think this is going to cost us?
I have no idea. Surely they'll show us some options.
I wonder if we should have asked.
At K.L. Brown Memory Chapel, we believe creating a service to match your budget is the best service we can offer.
I thought for sure it was going to cost more.
I'm so glad we can afford what we want.
And welcome back into Burgess Snowfield at JSU Stadium, the campus of Jacksonville State University. You see the Woodland Bobcats warming up in preparation for game number 2 of the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. That will pit the Bobcats of Woodland taking on the Talladega County Central Tigers. John Holder and Mickey Shadrix along to bring you this game. And we had a outstanding game. We really had a little ice there. We had some rainfall, and then we had some sunshine by the time that was all over there. But pretty impressive performance there by Ragland in the earlier game against Coosa Christian. Now we're getting ready for a unique matchup between Woodland and Talladega County Central.
That's right. Woodland is currently on the field warming up. We're still looking for TCC to come out and get warmed up. And, hey, there's not much time left on the clock before this game is scheduled to start. So the big story right now is where's TCC. So hopefully they'll get out here soon.
Well, you know, we've got, I guess we've got Wadley in the bullpen there.
Yes.
So if Wadley is ready to go and warmed up, maybe we can get them going. And now we finally, there they come. Talladega County Central just a little bit late in getting here. They won't have much time to warm warm up, but they are now making their appearance here. They were here last year. These two teams were here last year for the Donahoe Jamboree. You know, we had Donahoe, and we had Talladega County Central, had Wadley, who we'll see in the next game, and Woodland. So this is really kind of old hat for these two teams coming in here playing at Jack State.
And one thing I remember from last year, and I think it'll be the case this year, TCC may not have a lot of numbers, but they will have quality players on the field. As you can see, a lot of good-looking athletes for TCC in this game, and kind of saw the slim numbers for Coosa Christian. You know, they're going through their coaching transition, so hopefully they'll get some more young men out by fall, and that's kind of what the spring thing is all about, John. You have there'll be a different look to all of these teams when they come back for fall practice. But again, as we've said the last couple of days here with the Calhoun County Jamboree, we'll say it today, this is a chance for coaches to see their guys put on the school uniform, play someone else other than themselves, and coaches get some film and get to evaluate what they've got heading into the fall.
I think with these two teams, the main theme that we're looking at is a coaching change, but there's not going to be a big difference there. Randy Boyd has been on the staff with Larry Strain for 5 years down in Woodland, coaching the offensive line, defensive line, and now he takes over as the head coach. This will be his first head coaching job, but we don't expect a whole lot of changes, especially here in the spring, from what they've been doing down in Woodland. And then, of course, over on the Talladega County Central side of things, Damian Dorsey was there for a couple of years, and Damian Dorsey has basically left, and now they've hired an old hat, so to speak, Chris Mahan, that we mentioned earlier in our we talked about in our pregame that Chris Mahan was coming back to Talladega County Central. He really had maybe the most successful run in football that they've ever had at TCC, leading them to the Super 6, a 33-7 record while he was there. So I know that they're glad to have him back, and I know he's glad to be back down at Howell Cove.
Yeah, he is. He's a great guy. You know, we first got introduced to him several years ago when he was at Anniston, and he's a great young coach, and as you said, I know he's glad to be back in the area, looking to really get something established at TCC.
Both teams now warming up here at Burgess Snowfield. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back with kickoff coming up between Talladega County Central and Woodland here at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge.
I see public service as a high calling, and particularly in family court, where the most important issues in a family are determined. I've practiced law in domestic relations court since 1981, and that experience helps me make the best decisions for the parties who come before me. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate the opportunity to serve you. Please vote for me on June the 3rd.
About this time last year, our air conditioner just flat died.
It was completely worn out.
So we called Kelly with Cleghorn HVAC. He showed us our options, and we chose all new high-efficiency Ruud heating and cooling systems.
Now they're comfortable and saving money.
And we're sure glad we called.
Call us today and get up to a $1,200 rebate and a 10-year worry-free warranty with a new Ruud system for your home. We're Cleghorn HVAC Services, an Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer.
And there's a good shot of the home side here at Jacksonville State University at JSU Stadium in Burgess Snowfield, side of the second game today of 8 games here at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. John Holder, Mickey Shandricks here. Teams warming up now for this second game, and we'll see Randolph County versus Talladega County here. We've got 10 different counties represented here today. We had St. Clair County against Etowah County in the last game, and now you see Talladega County Central warming up from Talladega County and taking on the Woodland Bobcats from Randolph County coming up here in game number 2. We are scheduled to kick off. We won't have a kickoff. We'll go over the rules here in just a moment, but scheduled to begin the game in about 2 minutes or so. They may give us some extra time, Mickey, to Talladega County Central since they were kind of late in warming up. The folks from Woodland had about 10 extra minutes, I guess, to warm up, more than Talladega County Central had.
And warming up today is, I guess, a little bit of an issue because the temperatures are not quite as high as they might typically be at this time of the year in late May, and it's cool out today, as you know. If you watched earlier, we've had some rain in the area. The rain has stopped now, and very very comfortable outside, but very fall-like weather here today for the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. So warm-up will be important because you don't want any pulled muscles or any issues like that as a result of not being loosened up.
The last 2 days of spring games here at JSU have felt fall-like, and today maybe the most fall-like of all, as we had temperatures this morning around 50 degrees at kickoff of that Ragland and Coosa Christian game, and now we're sitting here with temperatures still probably mid to upper 50s out there, kind of overcast. We've had some sunshine at times, and we've had rain at times, but it is very fall-like out there as we look across the stadium here at Burgess Snow Field. Rules for this game: kicking game will not be live. We mentioned that. That'll be a situation where basically there will be no punting and there will be no kickoffs. They'll start the possessions at the 30-yard line after scores, and then for the punts, I believe those will be 30-yard punts. And Nikki, some of the other rules that we'll have, of course, obviously they'll try extra points and field goals, but those will not be live. There won't be a rush there or anything like that. And it's kind of something going on with the quarterbacks that's kind of left up to each team as far as protecting the quarterbacks.
Yeah, basically what the coaches are allowed to decide is they can have a quick whistle on their quarterback if they'd like, which basically means there would be no contact on the quarterback, and that'll be a case-by-case basis throughout the day with each game, as both coaches will have that option as they do with the no live kicking game as well.
Of course, as we did in the first game, we'll play 2 regular quarters, but they will be 15-minute quarters. Normally, high school football, 12-minute quarters, so we'll basically play the 15-minute quarters like they do in college. So each team will have 1 timeout per quarter. And, of course, right after each game, they'll immediately start the clock for the countdown to the next game. And another thing that might be an issue with some of these more heavily contested games, we didn't have that in the last game where Ragland won 30-0. But, Mickey, no ties today, so we're not going to have any overtime games here today. If it ends in a tie, that's the way it will end.
That's right. The rules are designed to give each team each game 2.5 quarters of action, 2 15-minute quarters, and then to keep the pace moving, because a lot of football to be played here today at JSU Stadium, and want to make sure that everything goes as close to schedule as possible.
And there are some of the rules there. The kicking game not live. Extra points and field goals allowed, but there will be no rush on those. Also no rush on punts there. A quarterback quick whistle is allowed. The game consisting of 2 15-minute quarters and no tiebreakers. So that's a nice summary of the rules here in the all the games today here at Burgess Snow Field. We talk about these teams being eager to play. Our next game that's coming up is going to feature Donahoe against Woodland. I noticed both teams are here. They're going to watch these 2 teams play. And, Mickey, we have seen that throughout. The Ragland folks were lined up an hour before kickoff to get in. The fans were. And so we're seeing these teams that are trying to get the whole experience of playing in the college stadium. They're showing up early, the fans and the teams, to see what's going on. So we will take a break. We'll come back, and we will have the opening play of Talladega County Central and Woodland here at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge at JSU.
People come from everywhere to get their deal from Bill Stanford. They come from Ashland, Brompton, Lineville. They come from Moody, Munford, Coldwater, Birmingham, Talladega, Lincoln, Riverside, Heflin. There's no better deal than a Talladega Bill deal.
We know Talladega's a little bit out of the way, but our drive-out prices crush the competition. Come get your Bill deal from Bill Stanford in Talladega today.
Come on out to Bill Stanford in Talladega.
Looking for a place to have dinner with your family or that special someone? Why not try Affina's, a unique Tuscan grill specializing in Italian fare. From Italian meats sliced daily and baked to perfection to healthy choices for little ones. We look forward to seeing you soon for your next lunch or dinner. Or contact us to help you plan your next party or event, because Affina's is all about casual yet sophisticated dining.
And there's the head football coach, the new head football coach of the Woodland Bobcats, Randy Boyd. And he is in his first year coaching, as we said, a 5-year assistant at Woodland and a former assistant not only at his alma mater, Randolph County, but Mickey, he spent a year as an assistant coach at Sachs.
So a lot of coaching experience, and he will need that, the shoes he's got to fill this year.
So we are about ready to get started, and it will be Talladega County Central, and a whistle right off the bat before we even begin play. We have a flag. That's to be expected in the first game before we even get the first snap off. We've got a flag and a penalty with no time off the clock. TCC will begin the ball at the 30-yard line, an illegal motion penalty, and that'll back them up 5 yards, 1st and 15. At quarterback will be number 9, Corey White, it appears, for Talladega County Central. He'll take the opening snap, and they're going to throw the football right off the bat, looking deep down the field. Pass is going to be incomplete down there, looking for Justin Woodruff on the far boundary.
And good coverage as well by the boundary corner there for Woodland. Just nowhere to fit that football that time, but showed a good arm on that pass.
Very good arm, a little high on that. And he's got a beefy offensive line out there. We notice number 74, Antonio Gary, over here at this left tackle, and that guy looks like he may be well over 300 pounds. There's the handoff and good defense by the Woodland Bobcats. That was Woodruff this time in the backfield. He was a wide receiver the first time taking the handoff, and he's tackled for a loss of 4 more, so they've lost 9 yards. There's the offensive starters for Talladega County Central on the offensive line. Dovelin Keller, Rodney Wilson, Micah Embry, Brandon Fluker, and Antonio Gary. And at wide receiver, Justin Woodruff, Delvacchio Wright, and Jordan Swain. And in the backfield, you've got the quarterback, Corey White, running back, Kylan Cross, and Quavon Wright is your fullback for the Tigers. Back to pass once again at quarterback is White, flushed out of the pocket, now tries to go outside, picks up a couple of yards, back out to the 15-yard line before being smothered by that Woodland defense. So he gains a couple of yards, and it's going to bring up another long situation here. 2nd down, Mickey. Looks like about 16 yards to go after that gain of 2. Actually 3rd down. The change over there a bit behind. So TCC is going to go ahead and opt to punt. No live punting, so that'll be basically a 30-yard punt, and that'll be down to the 46-yard line. We'll take a break. Just underway between Talladega County Central and Woodland here at JSU.
At RMC, we know the birth of a baby can be a great moment in your life. With 2 hospitals in Northeast Alabama, RMC has great care right in your backyard. Our OB suites have the amenities that you deserve, and we have a level 2 special care nursery staffed 24/7. Our experienced OB physicians work hand in hand with our specially trained nurses. We have the only baby-friendly designated hospital in Alabama. It's not about the size of the nursery, it's about the quality of the care.
For a unique and exciting shopping destination, visit historic downtown Gadsden. On your next visit downtown, be sure to stop in at King's Olive Oil Company and treat your taste buds to an incredible array of olive oils and vinegars from around the world. Then stop off for a tasty treat with Maggie's Gluten-Free Bakery, where you can choose from an amazing selection of breads, cookies, and other sweet and healthy treats. King's Olive Oil Company and Maggie's Gluten-Free Bakery, 2 truly unique and exciting destinations in downtown Gadsden.
And there's a good look at the new head coach. We say new head coach, 2nd stint now at Talladega County Central. Chris Mahan, also former head coach previously at Talladega and at Anniston. Now it's Woodland back on the offensive side. Handoff goes in there to number 22 of the Woodland Bobcats. That's Kendall Hudson. And Hudson with a nice game, about 13 yards, takes it into TCC territory down to the 41-yard line.
Good look from ground level here. Hudson, a good-looking running back, and credit his offensive line. They opened a gaping hole, and Hudson already showing here on that run. He gets to that 2nd level, he will be tough to handle.
So immediately after one play, Woodland already into TCC territory at the 41. Working out of the shotgun again, almost a pistol formation. That's Tyler Gay, the quarterback, hands it off again to Hudson. Hudson down the far sideline, and another nice pickup. They're going to take that one down to the 22-yard line. Actually, they'll mark that at the 21, so a gain of 20 more, Mickey, for number 22 there, Kendall Hudson.
Yeah, Mr. Hudson, 2 plays in a row, big gainers on the ground, and again, great blocking. He had a pulling guard that time in front of him, leading the way, kicked out on the defensive end, and then you give Mr. Hudson some room, and he's going to make you pay. 2 big gains here, and Woodland already knocking at the door at about the 21-yard line.
This time they line up in a straight I formation. This will be Gay goes under center this time. And that'll be Hudson dotting the I in the I formation. Just a simple tall sweep. They'll bring it over here to the near sideline. Goes inside the 20 to the 10 to the 5. Did he get in for the touchdown? They're going to say knocked out at about the 1-foot line. So 3 consecutive carries there for Hudson. Has Woodland initially now inside the 1. Mickey there at about the 1-foot line.
Well, hey, if something's working, don't get away from it, and that's what Woodland is doing. That is 3 straight carries for number 22. This time they pitch it to him to the right side. He's able to turn the corner against this speedy TCC defense. Almost got it into the end zone, but good hustle that time by TCC's Kylan Cross. He saved a touchdown, at least for the moment.
13-yard run, a 20-yard run, another 20-yard run. They're a foot away from the goal line. I formation again. This will be Gay up under center. This time they go to the big fullback, and that's Justice Herring. We saw him last year blasting into the end zone for the Woodland touchdown. And right off the bat, Woodland in 4 plays drives it 54 yards for the touchdown.
Well, I don't know if you could have a better start to this game for the Woodland Bobcats. Again, as John said, 4 plays, all running plays, and not much resistance by that TCC defensive front. And if they're going to make a game of this, John, they're going to have to play tougher in the trenches, because Woodland totally dominating at the line of scrimmage on those 4 plays.
A lot of teams just don't have the time to spend on the kicking game, so we see a lot of teams in the spring go for 2-point conversions, and that's exactly what Woodland's going to do here. Kind of an offset eye look. They'll go back inside to Hudson, and Hudson takes the inside handoff and bullies his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and it is 8-0 Woodland. And that has been pretty much that entire drive by Kendall Hudson as we look at the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We'll be back with more first quarter action from JSU.
Forsyth Builders are passionate about what they do. A full-service contracting firm, Forsyth handles a variety of jobs, including industrial, commercial, renovations, and new construction. Forsyth has become a leader in construction management and has constructed or made additions on a number of area businesses like Noble Bank and ABS Business Systems, additions to Anniston's Country Club and F&M Bank.
Remember to make Forsyth Building Company your first choice for quality construction.
Dive into some great deals this summer at Superior Hyundai and make a splash with Tires for Life. Superior Hyundai is offering you Tires for Life with every Superior Hyundai purchase. Superior Hyundai's already come with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000-mile powertrain, and now Tires for Life. Good credit, bad credit, we can get you approved. Don't wait. Hurry into Superior Hyundai in Anniston or visit us on the web at superiorhyundaial.com and like us on Facebook.
Back at Burgess Snow Field on the beautiful campus of Jacksonville State University in Jacksonville. Game number 2 of the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. Woodland and Talladega County Central. An impressive opening drive for the Bobcats. Under new head coach Randy Boyd, they take it 4 plays, 54 yards, and they get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And Mickey very quickly 8-0. The Bobcats out to the early lead.
And, you know, when a coach like Larry Strain that's been so successful for so many years leaves, don't you think there's going to be some motivation in that football program to prove that they can still win, John?
I think so. Talladega County Central back on the offensive again. The first really true running play right there. Kylan Cross, the tailback, takes into the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be met by a host of blue jerseys there. Basically no gain, maybe lost a half yard, so they'll mark the ball just back inside the 30-yard line. Of course, no kickoffs. So when we come back from these breaks after scores, the ball will always be placed at the 30-yard line. And now it's going to be a second down and about 10.5, call it, for the Tigers of TCC.
John, it's going to be important that TCC have something positive happen on first down. If they're behind the chains on second down, it's going to make it very difficult for them to compete with Woodland.
White faked the handoff that time, but he did not fake any of the Woodland Bobcat defenders. He tried to go the fake one way and go the other way, and he was smothered again. And another loss, a loss of nearly 2 yards. They're back inside the 28, and every play for Talladega County Central has been a negative. Chris Mahan, we said his second stint at TCC, coached last season at his alma mater Woodland over on the east side of Birmingham, and as we said, 33-7 record in his first 3 seasons with the Tigers, including a trip to the Super 6 in Birmingham. A 14-1 record that year. They lost to Sweetwater in the championship game, and that was the best season in TCC history. Here's the handoff again, and really just a manhandling defense by Woodland that time, as that was crossed, knocked down at the line of scrimmage by John David Jacobs, coming from his defensive end position for yet another loss, and we'll see another virtual punt, we'll call that, from Talladega County Central.
And we're seeing already early in this game, it is the Woodland is absolutely controlling the line of scrimmage, and here we see it every time the ball is snapped for TCC, that the game's being played on their side of the line of scrimmage. That's not going to cut it against Woodland. TCC is going to have to get some type of push up front offensively, and they're going to have to get some kind of push up front defensively. Right now, Woodland is absolutely controlling this game at the line of scrimmage. And John, as you know, that's where games are won. They're won up front. That's where everything starts and stops. And right now, it's all Woodland.
We'll take a break and come back for drive number 2 on offense for Woodland at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99 and then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 72 years.
We're making a new Honda at Sunny King Honda more affordable than ever with low lease payments all month long. Lease the new 14 Accord LX for only $199 a month. Lease the all-new 14 Civic LX for only $159 a month. Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive for only $209 a month. We have a great selection of certified used Hondas, all with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Sunny King Honda, exit 188 off Interstate 20, where customer satisfaction is king.
While we were away, Hudson takes the first carry of the Woodland drive. On the first play, you'll see the play right here, gained another 11 yards. He's going to have 100 yards rushing, Mickey, very quickly here at this rate.
Yeah, very big start for number 22 for Woodland, Kendall Hudson.
Takes it from the 44 to the 46, give him 10 yards there. And first down for Woodland. Actually call it 2nd and 1, and they're going to go inside once again. They've been inside, they've been outside, and that time they go inside with a big fullback, Justice Herring. And Herring's going to take it inside the 40 down to about the 35 for a gain of 9. Here's the offensive starters for Woodland. Offensive line, very nice. Chris Israel, Hunter Henry, Jake Gay, Loman Meadows, and Kyle Strain along that offensive line. Wide receivers, Nathan Parker, Hunter Baldwin, and John David Jacobs. And in the backfield for the Bobcats, the quarterback, Tyler Gay, and the running backs, Kendall Hudson and Justice Herring. On 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, here's Gay, handoff on an end around to Hunter Baldwin. Baldwin cuts outside, inside the 35 to the 30. Going to be knocked out of bounds close to the first down again. They'll mark him out, looks like at about the 28-yard line, so give him a gain of about 7 or 8. And the machine that has been the Woodland Bobcat offense, Mickey, just continues to roll. That's probably their smallest gain that they've had besides the touchdown. And the defensive starters now for Talladega County Central. Defensive lineman Rodney Wilson, Brandon Fluker, Del Vecchio Wright to Don Sanders and Kylan Cross. Defensive starters at linebacker, Chris Embry, Jamar Carmichael, and Jordan Swain. And in the secondary, Travell Stockdale, Justin Woodruff, and Corey White. Here's Gay back to pass, looking to set up the screen, and does. He's going to find Herring over there. Herring inside the 20, takes it all the way down to the 16-yard line. So a gain of 10 more, and everything offensively, Mickey, that Woodland is trying has been working so far.
This is a thing of beauty here. You talk about execution. The line lets the defensive front get loose. They hold them just for a second or two. They suck them up, and then boom, there is number 8, Justice Herring, free in the right flats on the little screen pass. And he is a load. We were talking about during the break, John, we don't have heights and weights on our roster, but number 8, Justice Herring, is as good looking a football player as you'll see in any classification.
This is a nice looking Woodland team here, and they look to be in mid-season form, especially on this offensive line and the backs, receivers, everyone looking very good here. Again, on the offset eye, on the end around, they fake the handoff. It looks like we may have a fumble there. They fake the handoff to Baldwin, hand it off, and maybe a miscommunication on the handoff, and we're going to have a fumble there. And officials in there trying to sort out and see who has the football. A lot of blue jerseys in there. And they're going to say, though, that at the bottom of the pile was Clay Gay of Woodland. He had about 5 white jerseys on him, but he was able to somehow come up with the football. He was the one who carried the ball. You'll see the ball being stripped right there, comes out. And Mickey, all kind of blue jerseys around, but he came up with the football somehow.
Number 56, Rodney Wilson, great penetration, and that's what we were talking about. TCC has got to get some kind of push up front. They did that time from Rodney Wilson. Actually got his hand on the ball and knocked it loose, but unfortunately for TCC, they couldn't come up with the football. That would have been a huge turnover for them the way this game has started for Woodland.
Well, he loses a yard. First negative play of the game for Woodland. 2nd and 11 now. This will be Gay rolling out, looking for a receiver. Finds a tight end over there. That's going to be Nathan Parker who hauls it in. Gains about 6 yards down to about the 12-yard line. And so the first 3rd down play we've had coming up here for Woodland.
And this pass a little behind Parker, but he does an outstanding job to help out his quarterback. Goes up high, reaches back, makes the catch, and just an outstanding individual effort that time by Nathan Parker.
Call it 3rd down and a long 5, short 6. The ball sitting between the 11 and 12-yard line. They need to go down to the 6-yard line to get a first down. I would imagine, though, barring a big loss here, Mickey, that this may be 4-down territory for Woodland here in the spring. We'll have a timeout called. It looks like that timeout's going to be called by Woodland on an important 3rd down. They want to talk it over. We'll take the timeout with them here at the Regional Gridiron Challenge. Woodland leading TCC 8-0 here on TV 24.
Power comes from people. People who provide more than just electricity. People who are committed to strengthening our communities. People who help foster economic growth to create jobs. People who are devoted to making a difference in our state and in the lives of those who live here. Alabama Power. Power to Alabama.
Ever have to unfriend someone on Facebook? No hard feelings or anything, but it was just time to move on. I want to help you unfriend your old car today and give you something to tweet about. Hey, this is Randy Visser from Talladega Ford with a deal everyone will like. Unfriend your old car today by trading it into us, and we'll give you $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for it. Now that's a deal worth sharing. Still making payments on a car you hate? Trade it in even if you owe way too much on it and get in a nicer, newer car with little or even zero money down. Come see us and start taking your selfies in a nicer, newer car today.
Back at the TV 24 Regional Challenge here at JSU, and the sunshine is back out. Bright sunshine.
Here.
Hey, we love that. We come back after the break. A timeout by Woodland, 3rd and 6 for the Bobcats, just inside the 12-yard line of Talladega County Central. We're going to have movement. It looks like this is now going to be probably a 3rd and 1 as they were able to draw a TCC defender off sides, and that will be an easy 5 yards for Woodland here on 3rd down.
Well, TCC doesn't need to do anything to help Woodland out here. Woodland is moving the football at will, and they're threatening to go up by 2 scores here, so TCC got to be disciplined up front.
3rd down, less than a yard now. They need to go to the 6. The ball just inside the 7-yard line. It's going to be Tyler Gay, the quarterback, now under center. They go back to the I formation once again with 2 split receivers. They'll hand it to the big guy, Herring, and Herring blast into the end zone right into the heart of the Talladega County Central defense for another Woodland touchdown, 2nd of the game for Herring, and touchdown Woodland Bobcats.
John, that just almost seems unfair. With Big Herring had lined up in that fullback spot, gets a good surge by the center and the right guard, and I tell you, TCC's Chris Embry filled the hole, filled the gap from his linebacker spot, but Herring just too powerful. When he gets a head of steam going, he is hard to handle.
They'll go back to the shotgun now. Offset eye, a little movement there early. Didn't get caught there. Now they're going to throw into the end zone. That ball is going to be tipped into the air and batted away. And the 2-point conversion is no good. And it's 14-0. Woodland over TCC. 6:35 to go here in the opening quarter. As we'll take a break here at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge at Jacksonville State University.
Hi, this is Vernon Thomas, General Manager, Sonny King, Toyota and Scion. And this May, that's right, we're racing for a record. We're going to break all the new sales records this month, and you're going to be the winner. You can save $5,000 off MSRP on all new Camrys, Tundras, Highlanders, Benzes, Avalons. We got so many deals, we don't have time to talk about it. Come experience the King difference at all new Sonny King, Toyota and Scion on a new motor mile in Oxford, Alabama, where the customer is king.
For a unique and exciting shopping destination, visit historic downtown Gadsden. On your next visit downtown, be sure to stop in at King's Olive Oil Company and treat your taste buds to an incredible array of olive oils and vinegars from around the world. Then stop off for a tasty treat with Maggie's Gluten-Free Bakery, where you can choose from an amazing selection of breads, cookies, and other sweet and healthy treats. King's Olive Oil Company and Maggie's Gluten-Free Bakery, two truly unique and exciting destinations in downtown Gadsden.
One of the great things about being here in this setting at Burgess Snow Field is, an outstanding view. And look at these turkey vultures flying right over. That's right on top of the library, the big 12-story Houston Cole Library here at JSU. You see the library there, and it looks like, Mickey, they're taking over that place over there. There are dozens of those, it looks like, on top of the library.
Well, we understand from the truck that they've been trying for 2 years to get rid of those creatures and not having any luck. But that you're kind of playing on their territory when you get up there. I don't know what you can do.
They have no success getting rid of them today. And right now, Talladega County Central trying to get some success going on the offensive end of things. That's really their first big positive gain there. Justin Woodruff goes outside. There's the T-shirts there. Those are the T-shirts we're handing out in every game. Dr. Clinton Ray and Awards to Remember bringing you the TV24 Gridiron Challenge T-shirts. We're throwing bags of those out today on both sides. We threw some out the last game to the Coosa and the Raglan fans. We'll be throwing those out. Gerhard Mathangani and Chase Robinson will be down there throwing those out to the TCC and Woodland fans during the game. And every game that you come to today, so if you're going to come to some of the games later on, be looking for those T-shirts. We'll be throwing those out at every game today here at JSU. After some positive yards, actually a gain of 6 yards by TCC, I formation, and they're going to pitch it out, a dangerous pitch that time, but that's going to be Kylan Cross finding some running room. Cross at the 50, the 40, and down to the 35-yard line. So the first big play of the game for Talladega County Central. That's going to be a gain of about 25 on the run there by Kylan Cross.
Boy, did TCC need a big play, and they get it here. Cross, there was nothing to his left. Did a good job of cutting back, waited on his block there, patient running. And this was just what the doctor ordered for TCC. Gets them a big offensive play for the first time in the game. They are now in Woodland territory at the Bobcat 36-yard line. So we'll see if TCC can find a way to get some points here and get back into this football game.
They'll actually give him 24 on the game. It was a dangerous pitch from White, and they'll line up in the I formation again. White under center. Handoff, another dangerous handoff as Woodland was kind of waiting in the backfield, and they blew up that play from the very beginning as Woodland's Tyler Gay, the quarterback playing at linebacker, comes in and totally blows up that play for the Bobcats.
Again, look at the surge here by the Woodland defensive front. I mean, again, the ball is snapped, and you've got 2 or 3 Woodland players right at the mesh point where the quarterback is trying to hand off the football. You cannot execute like that. That's just not going to get it.
Another negative play for the TCC offense, a loss of 3 that time, back to the 39. Second down and 13. Here's the toss sweep. They go to Cross, and Cross is going to lose another yard. Back to the 40-yard line. Gang tackling. They say the ball came out. Let's see what the officials say. And they're going to call him. No, they're going to give the ball over to Woodland as Tyler Gay came out of there celebrating. Thought they had the football, and indeed the officials agree. So they'll take over at the 41-yard line after a fumble by TCC.
Here we get a look at it here. Cross cuts it back up inside. He's gang tackled there, and there you see it. Herring just rips it out of there. Nice job. Great call by the official. It was a fumble. And Woodland comes up with the turnover.
Parker Ratzliff was the person who made the contact there and jarred the ball loose. So here comes that Woodland offense again. They've been very successful. They'll begin this drive at the 41. They began the first drive at the 46, second drive at the 44. Again, excellent field position this time as they'll start at the 41-yard line. Gay back in the shotgun again. They'll hand it off to the big guy, Herring. Herring with another monster run, another first down, takes it back inside the 50, down to the 47-yard line, so a gain of 12 more for Justice Herring.
And watch this run. No TCC defender really wants any part of him. See them arm tackling? They're not really form tackling. They're just reaching out, hoping they can get him down with an arm tackle. It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen on that big guy. And again, the Woodland offense has been very impressive here. Every time that they've started the possession, they've had, we mentioned the good field position, but Mickey, they have within one play taken it inside TCC territories. They did that time with a gain of 12.
You got Herring busting it up the middle. You've got Kendall Hudson threat on the corner. Tough to stop.
Here's Gay back in the shotgun. Coming in motion there is Hunter Baldwin. They'll hand it off to Herring again. Herring finding more room, runs over another player. Another player finally dragged down inside the 40. Tackle made over there by Don Sanders. But again, close to a first down. They'll mark the ball at about the 36-yard line. Looks like it'll be another first down for Woodland.
Here we go, coming right at you. This is what it'd be like to see this big man coming at you. Would you like to take a shot at Justice Herring?
No, absolutely not.
Again, a great-looking athlete here for Woodland. And, again, we're going to see some great athletes on this field, especially as we get up into the higher classifications. But that young man could play for anybody.
Another gain of 10 for Justice Herring. Shotgun formation once again. Calling an audible from the shotgun is Tyler Gay. Gay takes the snap, looking to throw this time under a lot of pressure and some good defense by TCC, but Gay escapes and then throws an interception. Going to be picked off by Talladega County Central inside the 30, brings it back outside of the 30. Damian Swain with a nice interception for the TCC Tigers.
Well, TCC is fortunate here because they had Tyler Gay dead to rights here. You've got 2 or 3 guys here. You have got to make that sack. That is just a poor job of tackling, but credit Damian Swain bailing out his team there, stepping in front of the receiver and coming up with a big interception to put a stop to this Woodland drive, keeping the score right where it is at 14-0 and giving the football back to the TCC offense.
Great play by Gay that time, but an equally impressive play by Swain for TCC to get the interception. And we've got a timeout, it appears, on the field. And actually, no, they just go over to the sideline to get a few last instructions. And now here comes TCC. Ready, Mickey, to try to get something going on offense. They had the big run there. And we've got the T-shirts going to be thrown out. We promised you the Woodland cheerleaders will be throwing those out to the Woodland fans. And they're doing that right now. You see them throwing the T-shirts into the stands as Talladega County Central goes for a bomb, and they connect. That's going to be White looking for Delvicius Wright, and Wright hauls it in deep inside Woodland territory down at the 28-yard line.
Beautiful pass here. It starts with the protection, and look at White just turn it loose. Receiver, not bad coverage. He just lays it up in the right spot where only his guy could get it. Trey Bradford was really step for step with the receiver, but an excellent throw, great catch, big play. TCC back right again in Woodland territory.
White to Wright, a gain of 39, actually give him 40 yards as they'll mark the ball at the 27 of Woodland. First real scoring threat of the game here by TCC. Toss sweep goes to the outside to Cross. Cross gets flipped up into the air and then comes down at the 25, but there's a flag on the field. And Mickey, typically holding is what you're going to see on this call.
Yeah, that was thrown in an area where you typically see that, and that will be the call. And that's a tough break for TCC. Had something going, and now with a penalty, you're going to be behind the chains. And these types of penalties can be drive killers.
So they'll go back. They'll mark this penalty from the 31. So it will be a 10-yard penalty back to the 41-yard line. They'll have to go inside the 20 to get a first down. So they are going to, this is going to be a massive penalty here. As a matter of fact, they've got now first down and about 23 yards to go to get the first down.
What do you dial up here? Do we see Corey White, the quarterback, drop back and look for Delvicius Wright again? We'll see.
White has shown a good arm so far. The first pass of the game was a nice looking pass, and then of course the big 40-yard pass play. So what they do here, they decide to try to get it outside. I don't think that was a planned play. He just tossed it outside to Cross, and Cross, finding a lot of running room, stumbles down inside the 25. That was going to be a handoff and was totally blown up by Woodland, and then he just decided to kick it outside, and Cross found some open air.
Cross just does a lot of this on his own. Here he cuts it back. He will get a couple of good blocks right there by number 56, Rodney Wilson. And Cross did a great job of turning that into a big play, John, down to the 22-yard line. Puts TCC in a great situation now, second and about 5. That's a huge, huge play to keep this drive alive.
Winds up gaining 18 yards on first down, so down to the 22. A makeable now situation, second down and about 5. High formation, White showing blitz by Woodland now. Pitches to Cross. Cross gets to the outside and picks up about 1.5. They'll mark the ball just inside the 21. As that time, for the first time, we saw Woodland really showing blitz that time from the center of the field.
Woodland's getting so much penetration up the middle that TCC is trying now to get to the corner, get to the edge with their speedy tailback Kylan Cross. And that time it looked like he had some room to run, but Woodland did a good job of closing that hole down and keeping the gain to very little. So setting up a third down now.
Coach Randy Boyd trying to get his defense going there, and a huge third down. This, I think, is the biggest play of the game so far for TCC. They really need to get something going here. 2 minutes to go in the first. Tried to go outside and now trying to escape, and does escape and gets the first down. What a great play by Corey White. Looked like it might have been a broken play as he turned around, kind of a bootleg play, Mickey, and nothing was there except blue jerseys, and so he just improvised and got the first down.
This is what a mobile quarterback will do for you. They had him dead to rights behind a line of scrimmage. They couldn't get him down, and White made them pay. Picked up the first down, and again, TCC looking for an opportunity to get their first points of the game. I agree with you, John. This only 2-quarter game. This is a big, big drive for TCC.
Wind up picking up 7 yards there. The bootleg did not turn out the way a bootleg normally does, as he wound up going the other way to pick up the first down. Now in the shotgun is White, end around, going to hand it off to Woodruff. Woodruff takes it inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line, so a gain of 4 there. And certainly the best looking drive by far we have seen from the Tigers of TCC.
4-down territory, obviously, now for Coach Mahan and TCC. And at least now, John, they're getting some positive yardage on first down. I know that's only a 3-yard game, but TCC had been in situations where they were 2nd and 12, 2nd and 15. So they get something positive on first down. It gives these guys a chance to make a play. And as we've already seen, they've got some athletes on the offensive side of the ball that can make plays even when things break down.
For the first time in this drive, they have Woodland a little bit off balance there, not exactly knowing what to expect, and we're going to have a timeout call. This timeout will be taken by the Talladega County Central Tigers. We'll take the timeout with them with 1:04 to go in the opening quarter, and Woodland leading TCC 14-0 here at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge at JSU.
Robert McKay, he told you he was a conservative. He didn't tell the truth. The same liberal union bosses who backed Barack Obama's left-wing agenda are bankrolling Robert McKay's campaign. They want bigger government, higher taxes, more spending. And they even paid for the mail piece in which Robert McKay calls himself a conservative. Why do liberals pay for his campaign? Because he's one of them.
About this time last year, our air conditioner just flat died.
It was completely worn out.
So we called Kelly with Cleghorn HVAC. He showed us our options, and we chose all new high-efficiency Ruud heating and cooling systems.
Now they're comfortable and saving money.
And we're sure glad we called.
Call us today and get up to a $1,200 rebate and a 10-year worry-free warranty with a new Ruud system for your home. We're Cleghorn HVAC Services, an Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer.
And we are back after the timeout by TCC. Second down and about 6 yards to go at the Woodland 11-yard line. TCC trying to look for their first score of the game. And it's going to be the quarterback, White, rolling out away from the pressure inside the 10 to the 5 and waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown for Talladega County Central. An 11-yard touchdown run from the quarterback, Corey White. A much-needed touchdown, Mickey, for TCC. And also a nice-looking drive there by the Tigers.
That was a great play call, and White showing his athleticism and his speed. Here we get a look at it. Fakes a little sweep to the left. All he has to do is beat Hunter Baldwin to the corner, which he does, and then it's a foot race, and Corey White's going to win that one every time. Huge answer here for TCC on offense.
And as we've seen Woodland do on both of their scores, we're going to see Talladega County Central line up and go for 2 here with 56 seconds to go in the opening quarter. This will be White under center, trying to go outside, and now going to pitch it outside again as they go to cross. Very dangerous play there. That was really, I guess, not a pitch but a pass, but Woodland regardless was all over that, and the 2-point conversion no good.
I tell you what, when you play these guys, you got to play to the whistle. I mean, we have seen several plays that look like they were over, and TCC just keeps battling. Here we see the touchdown again, and again, great job by White to avoid the would-be tackler behind the line of scrimmage, and shows outstanding speed to get into the end zone. And now we've got us a ball game, John, 14-6.
And at this time, we're going to go down to the field. Gerhard Mathangani roaming the sidelines. Gerhard, what do you have for us?
Thank you very much, guys. I'm in with Tim Young. He's the principal at TCC. And Mr. Young, obviously you had to make some fast decisions on the football side here lately. Hired Chris Mahan, a guy that TCC is very familiar with, went to the Super 6 with him. Talk about the hiring process and being able to have a coach before the start of the season.
Well, I just wanted someone with good experience, and Mahan's been a great head coach. He went, I believe, 30-something victories for us back when he was first hired here at TC. So he's a proven winner, connected real well with the community in the past and is doing so now. The boys are very excited. We're just happy to be back here in this stadium, second year in the program. So we're really excited just to be here at JSU Stadium.
You mentioned it being the second year. You guys were kind of the pioneers of this deal, and it's a big thing now with 16 teams in 8 games, 10 different counties represented. But you were one of the first teams to say yes when Coach Sannenfelder gave you the call about this deal. Just talk about just the way everything started and being a part of it again this year.
Again, I appreciate the call from Felder. Like I said, again, we were excited. We were excited last year. Just the boys have this experience to play on the turf, and what one day they dream to be on a field like this. So to have this experience at this age is just great and big for them. So again, we're really happy to be here.
Thank you very much, Tim Young, principal at TCC. Guys, back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gerhard, with the principal at TCC. As you saw in the first play there, Justice Herring gets about 4 yards, and now we'll have a stop in the play, a penalty flag. That's really the best job that TCC has done on Herring, as they hold him to only 4 yards.
They're going to have to hit him low too, John, because a lot of the defenders for TCC are going to be outmatched physically when Herring runs up the middle. So they're going to have to go low, take his feet out from under him, make him slow down. Once he gets those legs going, he's really just very difficult to tackle. The key to a runner like Herring is to get bodies near him, get low, get those legs slowed down, get him going sideways. Don't let him go forward with a head of steam.
First penalty of the game whistled against Woodland is a false start penalty. Backs him up 5. Here's Gay going for the bomb. One-on-one coverage out there. Battle and caught. What a catch over there by John David Jacobs. We saw Jacobs earlier on an end around, and this time he's going to have the ball inside the 48-yard line at the 35 after that outstanding catch off a nice-looking throw there by the quarterback, Tyler Gay.
Gay just puts a lot of air under it. It's really great coverage by Jordan Swain, and I was impressed that Swain didn't get called for interference. He just played it tough, but the receiver did a good job coming down with it.
After a gain of 36, they go to the well again, but yet another pickoff by Talladega County Central. That's going to be Travell Stockdale. Travell Stockdale with the interception inside the 5. So 2 key interceptions by TCC, Mickey, here to thwart the last 2 drives by Woodland.
And Woodland treating that, the time running down, treating that kind of like the end of the half. So that's why you see them get a little aggressive throwing the football. You ask, why would they get away from the running game? Well, it was near the end of the quarter. They were treating it as though it was the end of the half, so they went to the passing game as though they were trying to score before halftime. But a good job by the TCC secondary, a big play there.
And we have reached the end of the first quarter, or halftime, whichever you prefer, with Woodland leading TCC 14-6 at JSU.
Ever have to unfriend someone on Facebook? No hard feelings or anything, but it was just time to move on. I want to help you unfriend your old car today and give you something to tweet about. Hey, this is Randy Visser from Talladega Ford with a deal everyone will like. Unfriend your old car today by trading it into us, and we'll give you $5,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for it. Now that's a deal worth sharing. Still making payments on a car you hate? Trade it in, even if you owe way too much on it, and get in a nicer, newer car with little or even zero money down. Come see us and start taking your selfies in a nicer, newer car today.
Forsyth Builders are passionate about what they do. A full-service contracting firm, Forsyth handles a variety of jobs, including industrial, commercial, renovations, and new construction. Forsyth has become a leader in construction management and has constructed or made additions on a number of area businesses like Noble Bank and ABS Business Systems, additions to Anniston's Country Club and F&M Bank.
Remember to make Forsyth Building Company your first choice for quality construction.
Robert McKay, he told you he was a conservative. He didn't tell the truth. The same liberal union bosses who backed Barack Obama's left-wing agenda are bankrolling Robert McKay's campaign. They want bigger government, higher taxes, more spending. And they even paid for the mail piece in which Robert McKay calls himself a conservative. Why do liberals pay for his campaign? Because he's one of them.
When it comes to the financing of your home, experience counts. At Jackson Mortgage Company, put that experience to work for you. There's a reason homeowners across East Alabama have chosen Jackson Mortgage Company since 1994. Jackson Mortgage Company is a full-service mortgage company offering VA, FHA, and conventional financing with competitive rates. Let Jackson Mortgage Company put their experience to work for you. And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
The TV24 Gridiron Challenge is presented by the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce. Calhoun County, a natural attraction. Learn more at www.visitcalhouncounty.com. And it has been a natural beauty here at JSU Stadium. That's one of the great things. We see one of the great views in all of East Alabama from the press box here at JSU Stadium. The mountains here at JSU back off to the east here. It's just a beautiful setting for any kind of football, and certainly this time of year with spring and all the things are in full bloom, the trees and flowers, a beautiful place here in Calhoun County.
And a lot of folks will be getting their first look at this stadium, John, with some of the teams we've got coming into play today. We'll have teams coming from all over the state. And I'm sure this will be the first time a lot of folks from around the state of Alabama have been able to see this venue. Outstanding facility. This has always been a great place for college football, even better now here with the renovated JSU Stadium. So I know these young men who will be playing throughout today are excited about it. When we got here early this morning, there were some of the players out here on the field an hour before the game taking pictures. That's how excited they were.
And today's Woodland Talladega County Central game is brought to you by Alabama Power, RMC, and Talladega Ford. And we're about ready to begin quarter number 2 or half number 2, whichever you would prefer here. We're playing 2 15-minute regulation quarters here, 2 college quarters basically. And we'll begin quarter number 2 at the 30-yard line. It will be Woodland beginning half number 2 or quarter number 2 on offense. And this is going to be Gay going to the outside on a simple quarterback keeper, misses a tackle, then comes down to the 40-yard line, so winds up gaining 10, and that appears that will be a first down for Woodland.
First time we've seen this play. They pretty much have been able to run the ball with Hudson and Herring. This time the quarterback Tyler Gay just takes the snap and takes off, and as John said, picks up 10 yards and a first down.
It will indeed be a first down right at the 40-yard line, so another first down by Woodland. And they did treat that as a half, because if you noticed, after the interception by TCC to end the half, they came back with Woodland with the ball. So they're treating this like a half instead of a quarter. So Woodland football begin half number 2, and the end around's going to go to Trey Bradford. Bradford runs into some trouble over there and then gang tackled, dragged to the ground over there by TCC, but he gained 5 yards on the play, so a nice first down pickup It'll be 2nd and 5 for Woodland after the end around.
Both teams will, John, before it's said and done, they'll play everybody they've got. Not a lot of numbers for Woodland, and TCC with pretty good numbers, I would think. At least they look like they have more dress than they did last year. But everybody here is going to see some action before all is said and done.
Yeah, and that's going to be great for the coaches. So all these players can say that they played at a college stadium, played on turf, got to be on the Jumbotron. They fake the end around again, and this time it's Gay going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So a big 3rd down coming. Good defense that time by TCC.
Yeah, and we've seen some plays here. Number 56, Rodney Wilson, is making his presence felt. We've called his name and number several times. And I tell you, overall, John, TCC has picked up its game. We mentioned they had to get some kind of push offensively and defensively up front because Woodland came out and just totally dominated the first quarter of this game. And I think TCC has done that. They seem to be responding now much better offensively and defensively up front.
We haven't seen Mr. Hudson really since that first drive. We've seen a lot of Herring. Herring is now lined up basically beside Gay, and the center for Woodland, number 72, is a big guy for the Bobcats. That's Kyle Strain, but he was bowled over by Antonio Gary. We mentioned Gary on offense as the tackle, and that time he was a little bit anxious, and he rolled right over Strain. That'll be an offside and a 5-yard penalty, but that could not have been a pleasant experience for Mr. Strain there.
Just lining up against big number 74 is hard enough, but then to see this. But credit the young man. He knew he jumped early, and he kind of slowed up, and good heads-up play there by Antonio Gary not to make that any worse than it was.
Costly penalty for TCC because that in essence gives Woodland a 1st down via penalty. And there's another fumble misconnection there between Herring and Gay. Gay able to get back on the football, but another misconnection. That play will lose a yard.
Here we get another look at it, and very few mistakes here for Woodland offensively, but we see one here as Gay and Herring on the exchange. It looked like a read play there, and just not sure what happened there, whether Gay was trying to leave the ball with Herring, whether Herring reached out and grabbed it. You can see him talking it over there.
Since those first 2 drives by TCC where they didn't get anything on offense, and the first 2 drives by Woodland where they dominated, TCC has really come on and played some good football here in the last quarter or so.
Showing blitz. Let's see if they come.
Gay in the shotgun. Going to hand it off on an end around. Here comes Herring. Herring's going to break a tackle, break another tackle. And he's going to take a TCC player for a ride there as he gets inside the 45-yard line, taking Jordan Swain for a ride. Another tough run by Justice Herring.
But check out Justin Woodruff. This is what we were talking about. Look at him go low. That's what you have to do. He didn't make the tackle, but he gets low, gets those legs stopped, and then it gives him a chance. It gives time for the pursuit to catch up, and that's how you get him on the ground. Sure, it was a good game, but hey, if you don't do that, he's going to take it the distance on you.
Coach Mahan, his staff probably talking to their team during some of the timeouts about that very fact, about hitting him low. Here's Gay. They go inside to Herring again. And the thing you don't want to do is give that guy a big head of steam. He gets another 1st down. Ball came out at the end, but the officials say he was down, and he'll have another 1st down. Once that guy gets a head of steam going, he's really difficult to stop, and that's what happened right here.
And his best chance to get that head of steam is straight up the middle. And there you see, once again, they're going low. Clearly, they've talked about how to attack this guy, especially the undersized defensive backs, and that's hitting him low. But even when you do that, if you give him a little bit of room, especially when he's running straight up the middle between the tackles, he's going to get positive yardage as he did that time.
Last 2 drives, Woodland has had interceptions to end those drives. On this drive, they're keeping the ball on the ground. Let's see what they do this time. They're going to fake the handoff to Herring, and they're going to go with a pass down the field, and they hit their tight end again. A second nice pass to Nathan Parker. Parker hauls it in the seam and is knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line. So a gain of about 16 yards and another 1st down for Woodland. Just as we say, Mickey, that they kept it on the ground. This time they did some play action passing, and a nice looking throw and catch there from Herring down to Parker.
Actually had 2 receivers in that area. Hunter Baldwin, the receiver nearest the quarterback, and then it went into the receiver's hands behind him. And John, I'm with you. I'm wondering where number 22 Kendall Hudson is. We haven't seen much of him. He looks to be okay on the sideline. Maybe they just don't want to risk injury and play him anymore.
This time a design quarterback keeper. Gay looking for some blockers out there, kind of follows them and winds up picking up about 6 yards. And he's going to be going down inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. So give him a gain of 6. And we understand from the truck there may be an injury to Mr. Hudson over on the Woodland sideline.
Yeah, I believe he actually does have an ice pack. So maybe he did sustain some type of injury. There we go. There's a shot of him. It's under his shirt on his stomach area. So that would make sense because he was having a great game. It just seemed unusual for him to just come out all of a sudden, but it looks as though the young man has some type of injury.
Short handoff to the fullback this time, which is Herring. We've seen him play both fullback and tailback. That time they line up in the eye. He's the fullback, and they give the short little fullback dive to him, and he winds up getting another big blast of positive yards right up the middle, gained about 6 or 7 yards all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, it's a big guy to have for you offensively. You can just kind of lean on him and let him just work the ball down the field and get that defense sucked into the middle. Then boom, you can hit him on the outside.
First and goal now for Woodland at the 7 of TCC. Another design quarterback keeper goes inside to Gay, and Gay is going to penetrate the 5-yard line down to the 4, where it will be second and goal now for Woodland. So the last couple of drives, as we mentioned, for Woodland ending in interceptions. This time really only one pass play. They've kept it on the ground, and it seems like they've retaken the momentum in this game.
Yeah, and they had to because TCC had stepped up their game. So credit Woodland now. This is a big drive to kind of reestablish their dominance in the game if they can get it in the end zone.
Second and goal now at the 4. Set back is Herring. They go inside to him. This time TCC collapses on him at the line of scrimmage. He's still able to gain about a yard down to the 3, but here's a big third down for both teams. Of course, Woodland would like to try to get some momentum here and go back out to a 2-touchdown lead. TCC, if they could get a stop here, maybe force a 4th and goal, would be huge for their defense.
If nothing else, John, they're making them work for it. They are playing much tougher football on the defensive side. Nothing's coming easy now for Woodland as it seemed to be early in the game.
They only give him about a half yard, so we'll say the 3.5. Now in the shotgun is Gay. He spoke to Herring right before the snap, and then a bad snap mishandled there by Gay, and he's going to be tackled for a big loss. Sacked all the way back down at the 20-yard line. So they're going to lose close to 17 yards on the mishandled snap. Just went right through his hands. Ball may have been a little bit wet there. Now it's 4th and goal, Mickey, at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and a great job by the defensive players for TCC. When they saw that ball get away from the quarterback, it was like the shark smelling blood. They were all over him and took advantage. Didn't give the quarterback, Tyler Gay, a chance to get rid of the ball. So now you got a 4th and goal from the 20. You got to like your chances here.
4th and goal. No real kicking game to speak of in the spring, so they're going to go for it. Shotgun. Gay looking into the end zone. Going to be picked off for the 3rd time. TCC's Hareem Everett with the interception coming out of there. Mark that. That's going to be Travell Stockdale. That's Stockdale's 2nd interception. Picked the ball off at about the 2-yard line and returns it to the 25. So have to be really impressed, Mickey, with his TCC secondary. 3 interceptions in about a quarter and a half.
They have done a great job covering these receivers, and you see the young man there, Stockdale. He was actually in man-to-man coverage, came off of his man and made the interception. Had he not, they would have completed that ball inside the 5. Not sure if they would have scored, but a big play there by Travell Stockton. Good heads-up play to react and leave his man and get the interception.
Mickey, I've been really impressed with the mentality of this TCC team. They were down 14-0, and nothing was going right.
And it looked like it was going to get away from them.
And that's exactly right. And they have really come back and played some good football over especially about the last quarter or so. 7:24 to go in the game here, playing 2 15-minute quarters or halves, if you will. And TCC now with all the momentum trying to get something going on offense. And this will be White. He runs the option, going to keep it inside and winds up gaining about 2 yards. They'll mark him out at about the 26-yard line. So a gain of 2 on the option play from Corey White.
I don't know what's changed. I don't know where the TCC coaches got in the ear of their linemen and on both sides of the ball, but clearly what's changed is you've got a much more balanced and even game up front. It was being totally dominated by Woodland on offensive and defensive lines, but now TCC seems to have got their footing under them. And had they started the game like this, it would have been real interesting to see how this thing turned out.
They'll only give him 1 yard out to the 25, so call it 2nd and 9 now for the Tigers. They're going to run that option again. This time White finds a little bit more room, knocked out of bounds in front of the TCC bench out at about the 28-yard line. So a gain of about 3 on the play. This will bring up a 3rd down and about 6 for the Tigers. They trying to get something going over there, it seems like, Mickey. They keep running that option over there to the far side of the field.
Yeah, they haven't had much success running between the tackles, and pretty much a determined effort and a clear decision by Coach Mahan. They're going to attack the corners. That's really their best option, especially with the speed they've got. And here they're going to need a big play on 3rd down and 6.
And now they spread it out. 4 wide receivers now. First time we've really seen this for TCC. Mishandled snap, and he's going to be crushed back there and sacked by Ratzlaff. Ratzlaff with a big sack all the way back at the 20-yard line, but that was because he just mishandled the snap. And that's a tough situation for TCC on 3rd down.
And, you know, this is, again, something that's not surprising. These teams have had so little practice time in spring training. And I tell you, this game we've seen a number of mistakes on the snap. You've got both quarterbacks in the shotgun, and so, you know, that a lot of times fans take for granted the snap. And that is something that is not just easy to execute. It takes a lot of practice, takes a lot of work, and I think part of what we're seeing here is they just haven't had a lot of time to work on that in practice.
Well, it's a 30-yard punt, and because of that, good field position here for Woodland as they'll start again with excellent field position right at about the 50-yard line at their own 49 with 5.5 to go in the game here in quarter number 2. Keeping the starters in, they go back to Justice Herring, and Herring just winds up on his back but gains about 4 yards that time inside TCC territory to the 46. I want to remind you the Woodland Talladega County Central game being brought to you today by Alabama Power, RMC, and Talladega Ford. 2nd down and about 6.5 for Woodland inside TCC territory, just inside the 47 here as we wind toward 5 minutes to go in this 2nd quarter.
Wouldn't be surprised, John, to see Woodland just stay with their big guy, Justice Herring, run some clock, maintain possession. But they're going to get a penalty here by the left tackle, number 60, Hunter Henry.
Henry just stepped forward, mistimed the snap there. That'll be a 5-yard loss. That'll put him back outside the 50-yard line. And because of the injury to Kendall Hudson, and Hudson was having a fantastic game the first 2 series, they've really turned Herring into a workhorse. And I don't know that that's designed, but I think that kind of tests his stamina out, Mickey. And they're knowing now that Herring can be the guy if they get in this situation again that can carry it for the whole game if they have to.
And we've talked about how the game kind of changed. Don't want to take anything away from TCC, but I think it is telling that when Kendall Hudson left, things changed.
Pressure on Gay. Gay pulls it down, decides to run and get what he can, and wind up with about 4 yards, maybe 5 yards of the play out to the 46-yard line. So back into TCC territory. Will be 3rd down and about 5 coming up. They'll mark the ball at the 46. They'll have to go to the 41 to get the 1st down. So another key big 3rd down coming up here, Mickey, for both teams as we wind toward 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is a big play, John, because it's just an 8-point game. So it's a 1-possession game. And Woodland really wants to keep that football away from that dangerous TCC offense. So big play here. It'll be interesting to see if they go for it if they don't make it.
Here's Gay, design quarterback keeper into the middle of the heart of that TCC defense, and a nice run, just kind of picking his way. Does a nice job of following his blockers, gets the 1st down and then some inside the 40 down to the 37. So a gain of 9 and 1st down for Woodland.
Each team, part of the rules, each team has 1 timeout. So with Woodland on the move here and time becoming a factor, I don't recall if TCC's called their timeout in the 2nd quarter, or
I don't think so.
I don't think they have. So they can stop the clock, I think, 1 time, and that's not going to help them much here as we're already down to 3.5 minutes to play.
Back to the I formation now. Look out for Herring. He's lined up as the fullback this time in the I set. And they'll hand it to him, and why not? Breaks a tackle at the line, drags another player with him all the way down to the 31 as he took Don Sanders for a ride and winds up gaining about 6 yards on the play. A nice 1st down play for Woodland. And you just know it's almost, can you stop it? Herring, is going to get the football, whether it be at fullback or tailback. He was at fullback that time, got it on the fullback dive, and still picked up 6. And I think TCC knew he was coming.
Yeah. And again, another high tackle. Sanders able to get him to the ground, but just a tough assignment to try to bring this young man down if you go up around his shoulder pads.
2nd down and about 4 coming up, maybe 5. Simple toss sweep this time as they go to the tailback, and that's going to be Clay Gay. Gay is going to take it all the way down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. So a nice gain of about 5 yards on the play, as that time they used Herring as the blocking back, and Clay comes outside and picks his way and gets the 1st down for Woodland.
And he did a good job of staying tucked right behind big Justice Herring. A lot of times you'll see the running back get a little anxious and get ahead of his block. That time, not the case for Gay. He let his big fullback lead the way for him there, and it resulted in a nice gain.
Hunter Baldwin lined up as an H-back. We've seen him on the end around a couple of times, but this time we're going to see Gay take the ball again on a quarterback keeper, trying to pick and find something, but good defense by TCC as they stack him up at the line for no gain.
And this is exactly what Woodland wanted, John. We're down now to 2 minutes to play, and they are just grinding it out here, maintaining possession, protecting this 8-point lead.
And I think Randy Boyd is probably thinking, hey, if we score a touchdown, fine, but what we want to do is we just want to make sure we hang on to the football right now. That's the big thing. Be very surprised if they throw the football, but hey, it's a spring game, so you never can tell. Here's Gay handing off inside to Herring. Herring breaks a tackle, bounces to the outside, breaks another tackle, still on his feet, shoving players out of the way inside the 15-yard line to the 12, and that may have been the most impressive run by Herring this entire game.
Yeah, you're going to see why you don't want to go high on this young man. Let's watch the replay here. Here we go. Right up the middle. Watch the tackler come up high, and Herring will just throw him down.
He basically threw Don Sanders to the ground. He had 2 guys hanging on to him and still got his arm out and threw Sanders to the ground before finally being wrestled down at the 12-yard line. 1st down now for Woodland with 1:08 to go in the game. They're just taking their time. This will be Gay at quarterback and Gay at tailback, and this will be Gay the tailback. That's Clay Gay taking the ball inside the 10 down to the 8, a gain of 4. And right now they're just milking the clock. If we score, that's fine, but right now they just want to run the clock out and get out of here with a win here at the Gridiron Challenge.
This has been a very fast second quarter, or second half, if you will, because Woodland has just controlled the football. This is exactly what they wanted to do here after getting that 14-0 lead early on.
And Mr. Herring's back at fullback, so Gay, Herring, Gay, that's the lineup in the I formation as we go under 1 minute. And here comes the big man rumbling toward the end zone, dives and puts his arm out over the goal line for another touchdown for the Woodland Bobcats. Another impressive run by Justice Herring.
And this will be the exclamation mark on the victory for the Woodland Bobcats. It's fitting that Herring able to get into the end zone here. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game, and I don't think John Holder and I will have any disagreement over who our ERA King Real Estate player of the game is going to be, but great job there by the offensive line as well.
This time Woodland now with a comfortable lead. They're going to try an extra point. There's no live rush here, so he'll basically get a free kick. This is Hunter Baldwin, and Mickey, he's a left-footed kicker. There we go, and there's the kick, and he made that one actually no good. And so there's the no good extra point there, and 20-6 is the score now as Woodland has the comfortable lead with only 22 seconds left. But it has been really the Justice Herring show here throughout this entire game. He was very good early on and then late, and in between some good play though by Talladega County Central. I think that if you're a Woodland fan or a TCC fan, you saw a lot of good things to get you excited for the 2014 football season here today at JSU.
Well, we talked in the open that we knew Woodland, with the tradition they've had, all the success they had under former coach Larry Strain, we knew that that was going to continue. For TCC, what we talked about there was, you know, we're not sure about how many numbers they would have. I think they've got a good bit out for spring training, but you're always going to see athletes. You're always going to see guys who can make plays. We have seen that. That is really what's brought TCC back, because some of the biggest plays in the game for them were really on busted plays.
One last chance here to do something offensively for Talladega County Central. You would think that they would take this opportunity to maybe work on their passing game. 4 wide receivers. White going to roll out, going to just heave it and throw to the near sideline, and it's going to be complete, but then dropped. I'll say an incomplete pass. He was looking over there for Delvecchius Wright. Wright had the ball in his hands, looked like it was going to be a catch, and then dropped the football. Almost could have been ruled a fumble there, but they say an incomplete pass. But we've seen some nice things, Mickey, from Corey White at quarterback. A good arm, and that was an accurate pass as well, right into the hands of Wright.
Maybe heard some footsteps, anticipating the hit. Got his hands on it, but just couldn't haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now. That play took 8 seconds, 14 to go in the game. And there's the Dogs, the Bulldogs of Wadley High School. Coach Ken Fordham and the Bulldogs from down in Randolph County getting ready to play Donahoe here in our 3rd game. And here's White scrambling one side of the field, now to the other side of the field, finds some open lanes, and now gets out of bounds at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up a first down and pick up about 14 yards on the play, but only 3 seconds left. But nice scrambling ability. I tell you, he's a dangerous quarterback. Folks that are going to play Talladega County Central this year, they're going to have to deal with Mr. Wright, or I should say Mr. White there at quarterback. He has been very impressive today in escaping the pressure, and a good arm as well. He can beat you both with his legs and his arm, and he's been very impressive at QB today for TCC.
Yeah, he's proven today, John, no play is ever dead. You got to play it out till the whistle blows when you're playing this TCC offense.
Most likely, barring a defensive penalty, this will be the last play of the game. White back to pass, avoids pressure, now going to heave it downfield, going to be complete, then dropped. Looking for Justin Woodruff there at the 35-yard line, knocked away by the Woodland defense, and that's going to do it. I think both teams will be pleased, but the final score, Woodland beating Talladega County Central 20-6. And good showing here from 2 new head football coaches, Randy Boyd of Woodland and Chris Mahan of Talladega County Central.
Yeah, hats off to both of these teams. Just a spring game early in the morning. Woodland getting off to the great start. Congratulations to Coach Mahan, his staff, and his team for fighting back and making this a game. This was a very, very competitive ball game. Woodland getting the late touchdown to make it a 26 game, but before that it was just a 1-score game. And in a game that it looked like for a while there Woodland might just blow TCC out. So congratulations to both teams. Hard-fought game here at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. And just a great, great day of high school football already. Just like that, John, we knew it'd go fast. 2 games already in the books, and we'll be getting to the 3rd game here soon between Wadley and the Donahoe Falcons. Still got plenty of time to come out and enjoy some great football. Only $7. That's right, $7 gets you in the gate for as long as you want to stay.
All right, Gerhard Mathangani is with the winning coach, Woodland head coach Randy Boyd, down in midfield.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm here with Coach Boyd. And, Coach, obviously going into this matchup, it was the matchup of 2 new coaches. Talk about your first job your first play call as a head coach here at Woodland.
Well, from the start, it's been like everything been going 100 miles per hour. So from the first play call, I just calmed down and said, we just go out here and get these guys, get them ready the best we can. And we come out here today and like it's a spring game, and we wanted to win. We wanted something positive to go into the fall. I think we accomplished that, but we still got a long ways to go as a team, but it's a start.
You guys look very tough, very physical there in the first part of the game. Talk about some of the things you're really excited about and as you want to build on towards the summer months.
Well, I'm excited about the offense we're running. We changed up a little bit from what we did last year, and we're doing more zone read and stuff like that, and I was very impressed with the way we ran the ball. And defensively, we did pretty good defensively too, and just as a whole, for first spring, we did pretty good, but we got a long way to go to get to where we want to be.
Absolutely. You look good here today, Coach. I'll let you get back to the team. Thank you very much. Coach Randy Boyd in his first action as head coach at Woodland. will win the day over TCC. Guys.
Thank you, Gerhard. Woodland beats Talladega County Central 20-6. Another game coming up in just a few moments. We've got more great 1A action. Donahoe and Wadley, the Falcons and the Bulldogs, on the field warming up. We'll be back to wrap up this game and get you set for the Falcons and the Bulldogs as the TV24 Gridiron Challenge continues.
We are celebrating all month long at Buster Miles Chevrolet during our 67th anniversary sale. And to celebrate, we are offering huge discounts on all new Chevys, like the new 2014 Chevy Silverado. Save over $7,500 off MSRP. Or the all-new 2014 Chevy Impala, only $25,660. So don't miss our 67th anniversary sale at Buster Miles Chevrolet at our original downtown location in Heflin for the difference worth driving since 1947.
At RMC, we know the birth of a baby can be a great moment in your life. With 2 hospitals in Northeast Alabama, RMC has great care right in your backyard. Our OB suites have the amenities that you deserve, and we have a level 2 special care nursery staffed 24/7. Our experienced OB physicians work hand in hand with our specially trained nurses. We have the only baby-friendly designated hospital in Alabama. It's not about the size of the nursery, it's about the quality of the care.
Power comes from people. People who provide more than just electricity. People who are committed to strengthening our communities. People who help foster economic growth to create jobs. People who are devoted to making a difference in our state and in the lives of those who live here. Alabama Power. Power to Alabama.
When it comes to great tasting barbecue, nobody does it better than Dad's Barbecue. Dad's Barbecue is slow hickory cooked to perfection, and Dad's menu includes a wide selection of popular items such as our smoked chicken sandwich, ribs, salads, and the best chicken fingers in town. And Dad's does catering, so let Dad's take care of your next party, family reunion, church function, or any type of get-together. Family owned since 1985. Dad's Barbecue, with locations in Anniston and Rainbow City.
Back at JSU Stadium, Burgess Snow Field, the Woodland Talladega County Central game is in the books. That game brought to you by Alabama Power, RMC, and Talladega Ford. And we're getting ready for Donahoe and Wadley coming up in game number 3 here at the TV24 Regional Gridiron Challenge. Our ERA King Real Estate Player of the Game, Mickey, was no question about it. Justice Herring had a great game here today for the Woodland Bobcats, scoring all 3 of the Woodland touchdowns.
Yes, he did, John, and we've got some highlights here. We see Justin Herring, just a load. We talked about it all game. Big, physical, strong runner. When he gets up ahead of steam, he's impossible to stop. Here he shows his ability to come out of the backfield with good hands and make the catch, and obviously his strong suit is running between the tackles and just shoving TCC defenders to the ground and scoring the game's final touchdown that pretty much iced the game for Woodland. 3 touchdowns today for Justice Herring, very deserving of our ERA King Real Estate Player of the Game.
2 games in the book, still 6 more to go. Coming up, as we said, more 1A action between the Wadley Bulldogs and the Donahoe Falcons. That will be another 2-quarter game, 15-minute quarters coming up. With plenty of sunshine here at Burgess Snow Field. You come out and join us, and of course we'll have all the games live here on TV24. Back with Wadley and Donahoe next at the Gridiron Challenge.